Greetings and a warm welcome. How are we all feeling at the moment? Today, we are working through why physical touch is important. And now, just a disclaimer before I start the video and continue with the video, it's important to have boundaries in place. If you don't want someone to touch you, 100%, that's fine. Then don't allow people to take advantage of you and manipulate you and force you. If someone puts their hand on your shoulder and you don't like it, make that clear. It is perfectly okay to say no, to not allow other people that part of you, that side of you. But on the other hand, physical touch is very important for building bonds, deepening relationships, building connections. And if you are not comfortable with physical touch from certain people, then you can probably understand that you don't want them in your close circle. Because physical touch is something that we only share with the people that we can trust, the people that we can count on, the people who have seen us vulnerable, the people who have been there through the tough times. And physical touch is very important because it teaches us how to be more social, how to be more engaging, how to be more open-minded. And I'm not saying you have to let everyone hug you. No, obviously, definitely still have your boundaries and still say no when it's appropriate. And if you are uncomfortable with someone who is trying to hug you or shake your hand, you are more than in your right to say no to any physical touch that you don't want. Now, the important part of physical touch is a hormone that the brain releases. It's called oxytocin, and oxytocin is known as the love hormone, and it is released when we hug someone we love, when we kiss someone we love. And you may not see it in this way, but when you get up in the morning and you kiss your kids on their forehead and drop them off at school, or you kiss your husband or your wife before you leave for work, it reinforces the idea in the brain that, oh, you have so much on your plate, but you recognize me, you see me, you acknowledge me anyway. And if a couple is not bonding through hugging and cuddling and being physically affectionate, then they may struggle with releasing oxytocin individually, and that will reinforce less physical touch and less physical touch and less physical touch until they become disconnected, until they drift apart. And physical touch is important in relationships, because if we don't have physical touch, we can't bond with people on a deeper level. A hug is actually such an important thing between you and your friends, you and your parents, you and your children, you and your husband, you and your wife, whoever. It shows that you care. It shows that you think about them, you worry about them, they're in your mind, they're in your priority list. And physical touch is also important because it helps relieve stress. It reduces stress because that oxytocin, that love hormone, makes you a little bit numb, just a little bit numb. So when your spouse or someone you love walks through the door after a long, hard day and you see them, you're not going to think about that person that annoyed you this morning or that minor inconvenience. You're going to think, oh, they're home. I'm so happy they're home. And that's the importance of oxytocin and physical touch. And that's why it reduces stress. Couples who cuddle more are more bonded, and they sleep better, and they have less stress in their relationship because they are connected. And physical touch is a great way of expressing love. It's how we show that we care. It's how we show that they are a priority, that we notice them, that we think about them. And if someone comes home and they're really upset and they're crying, and you just give them a hug, you are saying, I see you, I acknowledge you, I'm here for you. And that's why physical touch can be very important when it comes to expressing love and affection. And on the other hand, physical touch is also very important for comfort and support. If someone is sitting next to you and you're crying and you're breaking down and it's just too much and you're overwhelmed, and that person says, oh, can you stop crying? You're making me uncomfortable. You're going to feel unheard, unseen, and rejected. But if you are crying and you are really deep into depression and the other person doesn't say anything, but they just hold you, you will feel heard, you will feel seen, you'll feel understood. And that's how we show love. It's not through the great times, it's through the difficult times. And how we hold someone, how we hold their hand, how we touch their shoulder, how we rub their back, all indicates a form of love. And healthy physical touch, when it's healthy and reciprocated both ways, it can heal. It can heal in so many ways, especially if you have been denied that your whole life. Then having someone who hugs you regularly, who rubs your back, who holds you, can be very uplifting, can be a real step towards emotional healing and trauma healing, is by having that oxytocin, that stress relief. And it's also how we connect. We connect through physical touch. It's how we communicate with each other. It's how we get to know each other on a non-verbal level. We are not aware of it, but it's how we bond. It's how we get to know each other. It's how we show non-judgment. It's how we show acceptance. It's how we show acknowledgement. And the amazing thing about physical touch is that it shows warmth and compassion. I can see you having a rough time, but I'm here for you. Come here, give me a hug. I can see you are struggling, and I just want you to know that I think you're worth it. I think you're strong, and I think you can do this. And then you hug them, or you put your hand on their shoulder, or you hold their hand, and that strengthens that warmth, that compassion, that you are seen, that you are taken into account. And it's a type of love language as well. Look, it may not be your cup of tea. It may not be your main love language. Everyone has their own specific love language. And physical touch is only developed considering that you didn't have severe trauma in your childhood. So it's, for a lot of people, it's very important. So if your love language is small favors and another person's love language is physical touch, swap the two. Give them physical touch and they give you small favors. And that's how you communicate and meet in the middle with your love languages so they don't clash. Remember, resisting physical touch, on the other hand, can indicate severe, deep trauma, that it triggers you when other people touch you. And this means no one touches you. Even if your partner or someone gives you a hug, you feel your nervous system tense up. And that is not healthy. You need to work through your trauma because you can't resist physical touch, because it's very important for healing and connection. And at the end of the day, it's how we establish trust. You wouldn't put your hand on a random stranger's arm or shoulder. You would do it to your friend or your brother or your sister or whoever it may be. Remember, physical touch is important, but it has very specific parameters as to what is okay and what is not okay. On the one hand, it's good for building relationships, but on the other hand, it can indicate, resisting it can indicate severe trauma. How do you relate? So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that stunning person. Stay strong wherever you're from. You are worthy.